Hi there, I'm Angela. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if this is your first time here. I'm so glad you stopped in, and today I have a pattern review for you. Stay tuned. This is Vogue V1663, and the pattern does include the jacket, a top, and the pants. I bought this pattern expressly for the pants. That's the only reason I was interested in the pattern, so that's all that I made of that. And overall, I found the instructions very easy to follow. I did make a muslin for these pants just because I've only sewn maybe 5 or 6 pairs of pants in my whole sewing life, while I've sewed many dresses, a few skirts, and a lot of tops, a lot of quilts and curtains and other things. For pants, I've maybe 5 or maybe 6 other pairs of pants in my life. So just to make sure I got the fit right, I did sew a muslin, and that did lead to several adjustments. So I feel like it was a good learning experience for me. I love the way the pants turned out, and I do envision that I will wear them pretty frequently, but also it was a good chance to learn some new some fitting techniques and adjustments. So stay tuned and I'll give you more of the details. So let's take a look at the line drawings, and they're just pull-on pants with an elastic waist, and the pattern does call for moderate stretch knits. I used a stretch cotton crepe, so I'd never sewn with that particular fabric before, and I loved working with it. I'll give you a little more detail about the fabric as we go on. There are just 4 pieces for the pants, which is nice since there are no pockets. The front, the back of the legs, and then the front and back of the waistband. So pretty simple. They did come together so quickly. So real quick, I wanted to show you guys sort of on an actual garment how that waistband and elastic kind of come together. So this is the muslin that I made, and this is the front. The waistband has already been attached all the way around, but since I don't need the muslin anymore, I went ahead and unpicked it a little bit in the back. So it's kind of your typical waistband that folds over. But the thing that for me was different about this pair of pants, let's see if I open up the waistband at the fold, so that elastic actually gets stitched on right here. I will pull out a sample piece of elastic and show you that. I'm sure you guys get the point, but just for the visual. So this is 1.5 inch elastic, and the elastic in the pants was only 3/4, but it doesn't matter for demonstration purposes. This is much wider. So before the waistband goes on to the pants, the elastic gets stitched down just right there and then folded over like so. And the elastic does get stitched along the top, the edge that goes into the fold, and then you also stitch along the bottom edge there. Then it would get folded over. And the side that has the elastic stitched to it becomes the inside of the pants. So for instance, on this muslin here, the elastic would actually get stitched to this side, not the side I demonstrated on, but this side here. I hope this is making sense. So that when you close up the waistband and stitch it to the body of the pants, you can't see that stitching that you use to stitch the elastic down from the outside. It only shows up right here on the inside of the waistband, so it hides it. It wasn't difficult to do, just I had never done that before. Any other pants that I've made with the elastic waistband called for making a casing that the elastic then gets kind of fished through and closed up that way. The fabric that I used for these pants was this spinach green cotton crepe, and it's pretty it's hard to convey like the thickness or the weight of the fabric in the video, but it's pretty substantial. They're definitely heavier pants. Not that I wouldn't wear them in the summertime. You could. They're not like fleece pants or something like that, but they're not it's not a light and breezy kind of fabric. It's definitely a solid, substantial fabric, and it does have a decent amount of stretch to it, which is it's hard to get it to stretch with just the one hand, but enough stretch for this pair of pants for sure. So this is the back of the pants, and as you can see, I did add pockets to the pants, just little patch pockets. They were very, very easy to put on. You could also easily add some side seam pockets too on the to the inside of the pants. That could be very doable. I'm pretty happy with the way they turned out. They're very comfy. The fabric is very substantial, so I don't feel like they're flimsy. Probably these would be a fall or a winter pant, just because the fabric is a little heavier. They are a little roomy even after adjustments that I made, but not so baggy that they feel like clown pants or that they're uncomfortable. They're roomy enough to be very comfortable. I can envision that I will be reaching for these pants over and over again when I'm trying to figure out what to wear on any given day. Luckily, green is my favorite, or at least one of my very favorite colors, and I have a lot of tops that will go with these pants. So if you're ready and you'd like to see how the pants look when a person is actually wearing them, let's go take a look. I've kind of gotten into the habit of asking myself 3 questions following every make that I do, and I might have seen this on patternreview.com, but I find these questions to be very helpful just to assess overall how everything went. So the first one is, do I like the way the item turned out? And in this case, I would say yes, definitely. They are, as I showed you, a little roomy, but that's good. I think I'm going to wear these all the time just for comfy pants, especially since I added pockets to them for my bone. The second question that I ask is there anything that I would change about the item or the pattern? And in this case, other than some fitting adjustments that needed to be made, the one thing that I would change making these again, or that I actually did change on this pair, was adding pockets. Patch pockets were pretty easy to do, but I think you could also very easily do some side seam pockets too. That could work out very easily. And the third question that I ask is, would I make it again? And definitely yes. I can see myself making these pants in a number of other different fabrics just to have comfy pants to wear around the house, or if I used a dressier fabric, I could even wear these to work, especially now that I've got the fitting mostly down. I may still fiddle with the fitting if I make these again. To give you a little sneak peek at my next set of pants for what I'm calling pants-uary, I'm doing McCall's M8099 and View B, and I'm making it out of this khaki colored stretch, I think this is stretch cotton twill. So I hope you found this helpful, and if you end up making these pants or any of the other items on the pattern, I'd love to hear how that went. And that's all I have. I appreciate you watching. Bye.